Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Yalek, and just clearing map a little bit extra on this account. At the end of the night, just no boost or anything like that going, but trying to, you know, grab a few wins, get a little intel, and maybe pick up a few crystals or whatever. So, found this guy. So yeah, no, that one was ice, that one was a shield base. Actually, I'm gonna show that just because it's fun, and then we'll show second dude. This was a few minutes ago, same clear. Warriors in mind, because it's pretty easy for me to think in that way. I had to figure out the drop on this one a little differently because of the grappler and the blaster there. So I dropped a bullets flag way up the top of the beach, and then the warrior flags all down here at the bottom of the beach. Trying to keep out of the ranges of those things as much as possible, while also, you know, conserving smoke and GBE. One of my warriors got grabbed there. Now this guy does have ice. That's 1 health, 2 health, and 2 damage. Smoking on that was not like the best. I probably could have thought that out a little better, but the important thing there was the critter. Because of the grappler, you have to make sure the critter gets down there, because you worry about bullet getting grabbed. So it was kind of like extra to anything else on the hit, but I really wanted to make sure that I did not lose bullet and fail that way, because that's a really embarrassing way to fail. I mean, even if no one ever sees it except the guy who owns the base. Yeah, not really my favorite. That ended up working out nicely. And he had 4 ice, and then actually, so then I failed on this guy, and he had no ice, but also a shield. I'm not going to show the fail because it's pretty much a matter of GBE use. Again, talking about a shield base, and I'm intending to use my warriors to take out the shield. So I had scouted out his mines. Boom mine here, just behind the HQ, that has to go. There's another one over here right behind this troop health guardian. He has a shock mine here in front of the vampire crab trophy, and then there's a shock mine here behind this GBE guardian. So the first time I attacked this, and also he has 1 mine here, there's a mine somewhere else on that path to the beach, 1 regular mine here, and there's another mine on that path back to the beach. So I'm looking at this and I see 1 mine, 2 mines in my path, 1 mine, 2 mine, wherever that second mine is, there's a second mine on that path, regular mine. So I figured, alright, 2 either way, I'm going to ignore that. So boom mine here by the HQ, that should go, and then the boom mine here at the troop health masterpiece, that should go. Tried to ignore the shock mine at the beach. Did not work out well for me on the landing. So second time I tried this, I figured I'd use the extra artillery to remove the shock mine at the beach, and that worked out much better. Yeah. I mean, I could show you that replay. There are funny bits. I can assure you of that. Funnier now than they were at the time, I guess. Anyway, dropped bullet, gave him a second or so head start to see if I could get the rockets and everything focused on him. Could have been a bit faster on this flare, and was a little, you know, chagrined at that at the time. Well, not very thrilled to have to use the medkit there so early, but figured I could try to compensate later in the hit. Preferably would be using the medkit now, sitting here on the shield generator, because there's, you know, more time for it to work and so on. But I guess you do what you gotta do. Here again, would love a medkit. Really need 2 shocks. Have to get shock launchers on either side, and this guy has made this base nice by putting flamethrowers and machine guns within range of those shock launchers, so I can just shock on either side of the HQ there. And you know, since this is not an ice base, so it goes down fairly quickly, but yeah, you know, I feel like that's doing some work with no boost going, and also this is a 5-5 account, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. GBE becomes the issue with warriors typically, because you know, you gotta smoke them and flare them and all that stuff that you have to do. So anyway, that's been my entertainment for the last half hour. I enjoyed it. I thought I would share it with you. Hope you enjoy it too. Have a great night.